Hello, everybody, all over the world. Oh, it is currently no longer November, so I have to shave. So I'll do it right now. Camera tricks! Oh! Trying out some new friend of mine said, yeah, you'll look good if you try this style. So I'm trying it. So today, episode 106. We're going to be looking at a soldier today, and it's going to be a soldier in Highlander, which is hard for a lot of reasons. Next episode, we were going to be talking about. I just like. Let me explain to you why the show is so late today. I think it's sometimes funny because I had an exam yesterday, and then I didn't really sleep. I mean, I had the exam at 9, so I thought if I go to bed at 2 a.m. and wake up at 7, I should be good. But then I went to bed at 4:30 in the morning, and I didn't sleep, and then I stood up at 7:50, and then I walked to class, and so I walked to the exam and took it and fucking owned it. But yeah. So then I was like, yeah, I'm just going to sleep until I wake up, and then I slept until 4... Oh, wait, I got the chroma key thing still on. Do I? Yeah, it's still on for some reason. Let's see, enable the chroma key off. There we go. Now I shouldn't be as, because I bought a chroma key, but I don't have a new place to hang up the green screen yet. Anyway, I forgot what I was talking about. Yeah, exams and shit. So today I woke up at 4:45 p.m. and I had to prepare everything and stuff like that. And then I hadn't shaved at all. That's why I took the other footage earlier and did that. So, and then the shaver was out of battery. That's why it took so long. That was a technical difficult problem. So, today, of course, Soldier, Highlander, it's pretty hard. Especially if you're Soldier in 6s, where there isn't really a lot restricting your movement and stuff like that. As a Soldier, you can pretty much jump whenever you want. There's nothing that really can shoot you out of the sky unless you're like attacking at the last point and there's a heavy or a center or a pyro or something. But in Highlander, there is. So there's a couple of things that limit a soldier, and that is one, that's heavies, because their minigun is really good at shooting people when you have really good aim and you just track them and you just push them up in the air. Sentries are fairly good at stopping your movement if they can track you if you don't move too fast or get like a proper good angle. And there's pyros, just reflects your rockets and just air blasts you away. And kind of the fourth one is snipers, as they shoot you when you rocket jump and you just go straight up in the air. So with that, we're going to go into the game. This is a game between it's two teams. Fuck, which one was it? It was yeah, it's Beef versus Max Play. I don't exactly remember which is which, but you probably know. That's not important today. We're going to look at this soldier today, which is Fisheye. And he's going to be playing soldier. It's going to be Granary. It's going to be 5 CP. And playing soldier on 5 CP maps is probably a lot more familiar for soldiers that come from 6s and stuff like that, because it's it kind of favors the heavy. So you see a lot of players, they do like this. They use the whip, and they whip their heavy to get to the middle faster. And of course, this is Granary, and we're going to be seeing Fisheye do a lot here. Usually, we will examine both soldiers one at a time, but this game is an hour long, so it's not really important. So we saw Fisheye go in, take the high ground, and then he got shot by a mini sentry. A mini sentry and sentries are the same, so we're just going to fast forward until he's alive again. There he is running forward, starting to whip his team, and now he's back here doing some rockets. Can't really go too close there as he's keeping his distance, and now he has to reload. Currently low on health, and keep in mind, if he wants to go anywhere, let's say he wants to go up here, he needs to rocket jump, and that takes health, and he doesn't have that much health because, you know, you want to absorb some damage and survive some falls, rockets, bombs. It gets puts on you anyway when you jump up, so... And that is after you jump up, like, they will shoot at you, so you will lose even more health. And here comes the crits and just utterly destroys Fisheye. Not a lot you can do about that. Keep in mind, we are also ignoring comms, eventual communications. But here we go. When a soldier is being overhealed and he has 300 health, he can really do a lot. So right now, he's opting to go with his heavy and medic. They're currently defending the last point because they got absolutely destroyed on the middle point there. And he's just doing some pot shots. The reason he's doing this is in case there is anyone inside. Let's see if we can just slow-mo it down. Yeah, if there's anyone inside here, this rocket will hit him, and it will blow up, and it will let him know with the ding sound if you have that thing on. that there's people there. So it's a good indication of knowing how people are there or not. When it comes to crits and they have Uber, so it's crits versus Uber, and you see how that went. Not very well for the red team that was running the crits. And then he's going to reload and going to drop down and start putting some time on that point. And then he realizes that the rest of his team is actually going to go and cap the point. God damn it. And then he decides to just go out here and jump on the wall to get further ahead, and then just go and pressure them. And they actually had a respawn here, so he gets off a couple of nice rockets there, and it does a lot of splash damage to those players that came out there. So that's a nice work, you know, going forward, because you can be really fast for a short period of time with the rocket jump. That is, you know, the essential aspect of that. So now he's not going with the medic, he's covering the flank right now. And here's the thing about soldiers that you need to know, you know, if like this, all that I say now applies to public servers as well, because this is competitive and everybody knows what they're doing. You don't play against players who like don't know anything about the game, which you might do sometimes. But what he is doing here is that he's going all by himself on the left side, and soldiers are really strong at this particular distance. Like from here to about this wall, soldiers are really strong. And because it's a corridor, there's not a lot of areas they can escape, and he can get rockets off, and he can easily just retreat back if he so desires. He can like use the walls here to jump on those and stuff like that. So soldiers are really good in surprise combat 1 versus 1 against any class, really. You know, as long as it's in 1v1, you know. But what if the heavy has a medic? Well, then it's 2v1, you know. So he goes up here and he checks up there, and sentries, mini sentries, very annoying. But of course they don't move, so if you don't want to take any damage from them, you can just run away. And mini sentries are part of this movement reducing entities on the map. Restricts your movements, and he still has a low health. That's probably why he doesn't want to jump up. He wants to stay on the ground and do some cleanup work here. As he reloads, currently only 95 health, not a lot for a soldier, not all he can do. Finally gets the heals, and then he decides to jump as a heal. And as a soldier, you always want to shoot down. If you're shooting up as a soldier, you're most likely doing something wrong. Unless, you know, he's like, oh, what about air shots? Well, you know, that's air shots. I'm just talking shooting up in general. It's better to jump up and shoot down than stay on the ground and shoot up. Unless there's, you know, like a ceiling. But stuff like that is important as a soldier. Be above your target and shoot down. You know, you want to have the high ground advantage. And with the rocket launch and rocket jumps, you can take the high ground advantage whenever you want. However, you got to be really careful. And here you see Fisheye, he is retreating. And that is because there is a heavy here. And heavies are really good at shooting soldiers out of the air. And he has a medic and a sniper backing him up. So that means the heavy will shoot bullets that will slow him down. And then the sniper might headshot him very easily. And it's a, you know, a 3v1 situation. You don't want to engage that. So now he's doing a bit of a sneaky spot. If you watch a lot of good soldiers, they know all these spots. And what he can do at any point in time is just to drop down when the enemies are attacking, but they're not attacking, so he's just staying up there still. Medic has seen him, heals him up, giving him that 300 health he needs. As the, you know, overheal goes down over time. I'm gonna grab some more ammo. And we're just waiting for him to do something. Here we go. Finally, see some engineers going down there. Here's a crits. And I like this play from him, and you see he could just get locked up in the air. And what's important to note there is that he saw that they had crits. And he was really close. Like, Demo Man was literally right in front of his face when the crit came around a corner. And here's the thing about crits. If you're pretty close to Demo Man when they pop the crits, you're not going to be able to escape reliably. So he knows, well, as long as they're crits, I just might as well jump and try and kill the medic in the process because I'm going to die anyway. And then he just got launched up in the air and killed by the heavy. So right now, he is doing something very cool. And that is, he's just waiting right now. He's just waiting. What's going on here? Oh, nothing just yet. He's just looking. And there's probably going to be a push coming soon. Here comes the red team. Fisheye is still here. Oh.
The control point is being captured.
Here they are running in. The medic's in the back. Or was in the back. Here he comes. Fisheye goes in, hits the medic. Ah, the medic dies, actually, to Fisheye. Did you see that? Ah, yes, he traded himself for a medic. That is excellent play. Nice little sneaky stuff there. Fisheye taking out the medic. That is something that's important as a soldier. If you get in a certain vicinity of the medic in a certain period of time, the damage output you do as a soldier is more than the medic is able to escape from. So literally, if you take players are equally skilled and nobody is super good or anything. If a soldier just happens to land near your medic is dead. Because the soldier will always be able to get some shots off. So now they're currently defending. He did buy his team a lot of time, because keep in mind, Stabby had, Uber charge and stuff like that, and his own medic has Uber as well, and there's going to come down to this engagement. And right now, Fisheye, he is, if you just pause to just look what he is doing. What did I say earlier about taking a high ground advantage? Well, he is as high as you get, and he is in an area that gives him a lot of options. From here, he can easily jump to the left and the right side. And here comes the crits from a demo man. We're gonna watch this in slow motion as the medic pops on the soldier, pops on Fisheye, and then Stabby went down to a sticky trap on this door. So not a lot happened there, except they have Uber and Fisheye is going in. You want to get close and personal as a soldier, and you see Fisheye doing a lot of damage. Jumping up is gonna finish off this engineer. A pyro is behind him. You gotta be careful about those because they do reflect your rockets, so you gotta be not predictable when you fire rockets. And that's why you have a shotgun. He sees the sniper and he's gonna go. He has less than 150 health. As you can see, less than 150 health. And that means he doesn't want to risk trying to rush and kill the sniper and then have the sniper maybe possibly coulda woulda headshot him. So he's gonna wait until he has more than 150 health and then engage it. Because he wanted to be safe because they're pushing out. And now he jumps, he had 150 health. And Pyro actually reflects his rocket on his teammate there, and he's like, whoops, and then he gets taken out by the sniper. So, all in all, you should have, if you end up being killed by the sniper, in the end, you shoulda, woulda, coulda just attacked him at any point in time when he was standing there. And here we have a pause. And because I have fucking done preparation, I noted when the pause was over. Let's just hope TF2 doesn't crash. It didn't. Yeah. So pause is over. We have Fisheye doing this again. Hanging out on the top. That is very potent as a soldier. You see a lot of soldiers do that. And a lot of players don't check above all the time. So this is something you should do sometimes, but not all the time. Because if you do it all the time, it gets predictable. Yeah. For players asking what loadout he's using, we can check. He is using rocket launcher, shotgun, and disciplinary action is what he's using. So he is going for a more, with this loadout, he is going for heavy deathmatch support on rollout. Loadout is essentially what he is going for. And he has a sergeant drill hat, too, which is important. And here he goes. He's in the spot where soldiers are strong. He's taking some damage, but he could easily just fall back. He's poking, and I can't emphasize this enough. It's important to poke as a soldier. You don't be like, yeah, I'm going to shoot to kill every time. It's just like shoot to be annoying as a soldier. Because, you know, if you shoot rockets at them, you will slowly take off their overheal eventually. Oh, he heard a spy, decloak. You know, it's important to have your game volume on in order to catch that. Because keep in mind, if you're listening to music or your team is talking and screaming and yelling, you won't be able to hear spies that are decloaking right next to you. And we saw Fisheye, he caught that very well, actually. So he is still holding back. It's still a defensive position here. He doesn't seem sure of what to do as he teams up with his medic, gets his overheal, and now he's ready to go jump up here, and he catches the scout, and he sees the spy again, and the spy died in the same spot twice. So their spy, Mr. Cross from the other team, not able to do a lot there. So you see, he's still holding this choke area, because that's where he's strong. He's just doing pot shots, you know, to hear if there's people there. And then it says a mini sentry. A mini sentry has 100 life. That is 2 rockets because there's no damage fall off when you shoot buildings, I've been told. I haven't double checked, but I think it's true. And he takes out a teleporter and a dispenser as well, so there goes the defensive infrastructure. Now he goes up to the high ground, takes out the engineer, and now he's in a bit of a bind. He's really low, but he has the high ground. What does he do? Well, he's going to wait for a health pack because he's actually really low. Here he goes. And he's not going to take the high ground again. Because keep in mind, I don't know how much damage you take from a rocket jump, but if you rocket jump, let's say you lose 20 health. Okay, let's actually watch here next time he rocket jumps. I'll try and pay attention to that. Or maybe if somebody in the stream just goes and be like, hey, this is how much damage you take from a perfect rocket jump. And I would be like, yeah, that is true. And at this distance, it's kind of a bit too far from soldiers to do damage. But of course, it's a 2v1 situation, so they do take down the opposing soldier. And now he's gonna go and take whatever high ground he can. So he's gonna go and poke around, look around the corner to see if there's something there. There's an engineer. Gonna finish him off with the shotgun, and he sees the heavy and not gonna be engaging that because he is just flanking from the side all by himself. Teams up with his medic and pyro, and now and the demo man is there as well. So he's just checking, making sure nobody comes down from drop down, and they're gonna be attacking. So right now they're going upstairs. He's kind of just hanging in the back, making sure nobody can flank their medic. Because right now, he, by himself, is locking down this entire area. So if a scout, whatever, tries to get through him, they can't. Unless it's a spy that's disguised and is taking his time and just walking around. And now it's crits versus... or Uber versus not having an Uber. Eventually, they just popped it earlier, so... And then he gets stabbed by a spy, because he didn't check his back. But that happens. So here he is back in the action. Going to be jumping up to the high ground with the rest of his team. And let's see how this plays out for him. So he's just going to do some pot shots on the side there, making sure there's no spies hanging out on the side. Nobody's sitting up top if they are able to do that. People in the chat about the rocket jump thing saying it's about 27. 44 without gunboats. So it's like, yeah, let's say it's 30. You know, just give it a number. It takes 30 health to reposition yourself, because that's how it works. When you get movement as a soldier, you sacrifice health for movement. You can, of course, opt to not take any damage, but that will make you slower. So right now, he's hanging on the high ground here, not giving this up. This is very, very strong, very potent. He saw an engineer come around, and then he's just going to shut him down with rockets, dominating the engineer. If you take a look at the scoreboard, is that he is actually doing pretty well. 19 points. His medic has a lot more points than he's a medic, so that doesn't count. And then he gets killed by a headshot from a sniper. That happens because you came out of a tiny choke and the sniper was watching the choke. So if he didn't kill you, that's not your fault. Like, if he kills you, it's not because you're bad, but it's because that's how he works. If a sniper's watching a tiny choke and you just walk into his crosshair, all he has to do is pull the trigger. It's not that you're a bad or he is good. It's just how it works. The same way if you put a spy on fire, he's gonna die. So once again, we're seeing them doing the same thing. Going to be occupying this area, making sure that they can't push out or flank from the back. A bit of a strong position here. Crit's coming in here, and he knows that he can't really escape. And then, yeah, the demo is still alive, and he's just doing pot shots at this point in time. And some way, somehow, with the spirit of teamwork, they get a bunch of the red players. So now he's back here, going to be whipping everybody. Just going to speed that up. Whip, 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 jump. Getting back into position as fast as possible. He has his medic with him, so he can jump as much as he wants. There's a sniper there. He's not going to be able to do a lot. That is Ips. IZQ. Not Ips. IZQ. Pretty decent sniper. This is, of course, a game I have casted, I think. But we haven't just focused on the soldier here. So, low on health. Gets taken out by a backstab at 1 health. Which is necessary. I don't know.
The control point is being captured.
So we got Fisheye moving up once again. Now he's really low on health. He's gonna be grabbing this health kit. Moving up.
The control point is being captured.
And finally, they're capping the point, and he's shooting up. And as you can see, he's shooting up. He just shot 4 rockets. Didn't hit anything with those 4 rockets. Heavy's on the point. He's really low. Can't really rock jump. And I was getting for here with his medic, and they're gonna fall back. Let's see if right here is where it gets hard to do something as a soldier. If you don't rocket jump. Because usually what you can do, you can rocket jump closer. But right here, there's not a lot you can do because the distance is so low and your rocket loses a lot of damage. So he just falls back, and keep in mind if he would have, let's see here, he would have gone over here. Not a lot here, but it might have been a heavy. There might have been, could have been. He gets the engineer with 8 health. A shotgun shot would have shot him, and now you see he's utilizing high ground advantage. And just doing pot shots where he can shoot the enemy and the enemy can't really shoot him. He's gonna go for the medic, and he gets the medic. He gets the medic. No problem. You know, if you're a soldier and you're like, I died, it was like, well, did you get the medic? And you're like, yes. And they're like, yeah, well, that's what you're supposed to do. Right now, the metagame of the Highlander is that the soldier jumps in and gets the medic and whatever else he can do. And if the stream is stuttering, that is because it's Twitch.
The control
Not me.
point is being contested.
Shy. Hanging out here still. Doing a good job. Now he's just poking and doing pot shots. Just shooting, like in case there's somebody coming around there, you will take up some other heal. It's better to do some damage than no damage. Taking out a soldier one-on-one. Fisheye, 150 health. Oh, there's a bunch of guys there going up, and he can really hold this area right now. He's gonna get the health kit, and now he is very destined to just hold this area. You can see he gets a very good engagement off on this demo man, but you know, it was like 3 versus 1 because the scout was there as well, and he went down, but he took the demo man, which is a very important damage dealing class. Like Ghost is on, says in the chat. Medic down, job done. Yes. Anything else is just a bonus. So we've seen Fisheye actually do fairly well, and you're like, I don't see you talking about where like pyros and heavies and sentries shut him down that much, and that is because I watched the other guy first. I watched Veradux. I'm not gonna show his play, but basically Veradux did everything Fisheye didn't, because Fisheye didn't put himself in positions where he was shut down. He falls back in those situations. And you'll see a lot of soldiers, they kind of just avoid the problem of just being denied by heavies, sentries, and pyros and just do something else instead. Which right now seems to be the best idea to do. I mean, if you're going to get shut down anyway, you might as well not engage and wait. But don't wait and don't do damage. You see Fisheye, whenever he's waiting, he just does pot shots, so in case it should happen that anyone just so happens to walk around the corner at that point in time, he will do some damage. And when he's just walking around, he spends that time reloading, so it doesn't really matter. He's being very efficient with his time. And now he jumps up here and sees the sniper, takes him out, and that is one free kill he got. And then he jumps away, and he sees the medic, and then the pyro. What the heck killed him? I don't know. Kill him, Lin, pyro, something. I don't know. Something killed him, but it was a nice effort. At least he went down, but he took one guy with him in the process. So he's up here, whipping his heavy, running back up to the middle fight here, and once again taking the high ground, which is what you should do. Always think to yourself, like, what is the best way I can shoot down from here? When he runs forward, there's a mini sentry there, it goes down. You know, if you just shoot it, 2 rockets is all it takes. It doesn't move, so it's fairly easy to hit. You just put it inside your little box there. If you put the mini sentry inside there and you press fire, your rocket will hit it, unless you use the beggar's bazooka. A lot of soldiers don't know this because they whine about it a lot, saying it's OP and stuff, but it's really not. So once again, he's holding down the area now. I think. Let's see what he decides to do. It really, he's gonna go for the flank cover, making sure nobody comes around. He has a spy with him as well. Checking upstairs to see up top if anyone's there. Checking if there's a spy in the corner. Oh, crit's coming in and medic flashes him right before, so he's medic doing a very good job here. Now he's in a good spot here. This spot is really strong for soldiers because you can shoot down here. Wait, let's see. Yeah, there we go. You can shoot down here and they can't really shoot you. So it's in a very, very strong spot here.
Our control point is being captured.
And there's health back below there. So you just, it's easy for you to hit them and hard for them to hit you. Fisheye actually second fragging to his medic, who has like 70 points. So there's like a 30-point difference between medics and other players. Pretty insane. Now he's really low, and he's like, well, might as well. I'm probably gonna die, so I might as well put my last minutes on the point instead of not putting it on the point. Just optimizing. We see Fisheye do what I like to call maximizing damage. Every opportunity he sees to do damage, he will do damage. He won't be like, oh, but I'll wait and do more damage later. He just takes it and gets it. And I was in the soldier duel, and the other soldier fired first and hit first, and then they both die. So this is usually how soldier versus soldier works. There is no winner. Fisheye finishing it up, and finally the first round is over. So let's see what he does in the rollout. He just whips, and then he jumps, and then he whips, and whips. He's gonna reload, then he's gonna jump, and fail, and whip, and run. Okay. So he's gonna go and take the high ground once again, and he is up here. Now he sees everything. He sees the sniper. Sniper gets off a headshot. You know, he had 150 health, 353, he was fine, jumped down, had 3 health, and he died, that was fine. Sniper was in a very good position to take him out. Yeah, Fisheye jumping back out here, his team, despite losing Fisheye, managed to take the point. Keep in mind, that does happen. If you die, your team might as well succeed. Now he's checking around just to see if there's spies and stuff like that. Sentry goes down, he's in a really bad position. Checking for sticky traps. Checking the same spot to see if there's spy here, because there's been spy there all game long, so he's just doing that. See, just doing pot shots here and there, and we don't see soldiers doing this enough in Highlander. You just shoot a rocket. If you have a bunch of ammo, and you're not really gonna be attacking anytime soon, just shoot a rocket, just check, just see. And see, now he's checking again. You can and if it so happened that a spy would hide there, he would shut him down. So Fisheye poking in here. Medic Demo Man is in Girardi. Nice rockets there. Gets a lot of splash damage done. He jumps in, takes the high ground immediately. And now he has a lot of options what to do. He's going to go in and he's going to go and get the drop on the sniper. No, he's not going to do the sniper. Sniper manages to get away with it. Demo Man kills him. Let's go jump out back again. So we're seeing Fisheye have very, very solid play, and I really, really like this. He doesn't really... you see a lot of, especially in your teams, to Highlander players coming from, you know, pub service where they're used to just waiting a lot, just wait and don't do anything. When Fisheye waits, he's always doing something. Like, see, now he's just looking. He's probably going to shoot a rocket soon. Yeah, there you go. There's the rocket. He shoots a rocket, barely missed, though. But yeah, he's just shooting rockets while he is waiting, because there's no reason not to. Because, what if there's not any people there? Well, then you don't hit anybody. What if there's people there? Well, then you hit them. What if there's people there and it doesn't hit them? Well, then they know they shouldn't run out there. So you kind of, just by showing, like, hey, I'm here, you restrict their movement. So once again, Fisheye low on health. Sniper's in the same spot that he was before. Sniper's over there and shotgunning the sniper. And don't have fear of snipers. Like, that just gives the sniper so much advantage. Just never be afraid of snipers. Just be like, I don't care. You're not gonna hit me. Yeah, but a lot of medics are like, oh my god, it's the snipers! Shit! You gotta not run out there. It's like, he's probably not gonna hit you. Don't worry about it. So now we're seeing a lot of passivity. Finally, he takes a high ground here. They pop. And he doesn't really want to fire rockets at this pyro, because the pyro will do some reflect blast. Also, when Veradux, the red soldier at this point, also got so many reflect kills on himself from the pyro from Fisheye's team here. So once again, a bit of out of the range where the soldier is comfortable right now. He's just doing pot shots. He's helping with the damage and with the mini crits. I know it'll help. They clean this up. Didn't get the kill on the pyro, but pyro is weak, gonna be forced to retreat. Gets off a nice rocket on Veradux, leaving him at 23 health, so nice work there, and he's gonna jump up here again. Doesn't want to give the opponents anything, and because he jumped, he got the Demo Man, and now he's up top again. And when does he give up his high ground advantage? Not unless he absolutely has to. What we see is that he gives up his high ground advantage when he's going to kill the medic. That is the only time. When he knows, like, well, if I drop down now, I am 100% sure I'm going to kill the medic before they kill me. And if he thinks, like, well, I'm not sure if I'll be able to, if I jump down, I might not be able to do anything, he doesn't do it. He plays very aggressively and safe at the same time, because he puts himself in a position that he can easily, at any point in time, just retreat if things get too dicey. In the chat, people are like, well, a medic usually asks 2 questions, which is where's the sniper and where's the spy? Well, usually as a medic, if you have troubles with spies, you're not a good medic, because as a medic, your job is to pay attention to where everybody is on your team. So if you get stabbed by spies, like, it will happen, but if you have like a problem being stabbed, you really should pay less attention to what your team is doing. Just pay more attention to where they are. Yes, and then he gets taken out as they try to push. One thing you can do as a medic is to find an MGE server that has all classes allowed, and then you have a good sniper, play sniper, and then you play medic, and then there's a 1v1, and then you just dodge, and then you see how consistent the sniper shoots you if you're just avoiding it. You'll be surprised at the result.
Alert! The final control point
Fish jumping up, grabbing health kit. Will he take the high ground? Yes, sir. Let's see, he's lagging. Computer isn't really holding up there, I guess. And they're putting on some time on the point here, and I like this. Just shooting rockets on the point you're capping is a very good idea, because if any opponent at any point in time stands on the point, you will hit him with the rockets. It's pretty self-explanatory. So he's just whipping, running out to the middle point. And he's jumping. And now he's on the same spot again, forward position. Gonna be contesting this other soldier, doesn't want. It's like, hey, this is my high ground advantage, you can't have any of it. And then you shut him down with a little help from his scout buddy there, and then he's gonna be denying the sniper, because sniper really loves to go up top there. Then he whips out the shotgun, it takes out the scout. He has a very good read on how much health the opponents have. And that is the first half, the first 30 minutes of this game. So I have actually the timer for when the next half starts, and because I don't want my game to crash, I have to turn off multi-core rendering, because sometimes TF2 is like, oh, you tried to reach this tick, guess I'll crash. There we go. They're going to tell multicolor rendering up, or else TF2 is going to lag when you stream, because, you know, that's how it is. Yeah, there we go. So he's going to be whip. We also have a problem in the stream. The guy who is a sniper and causes a lot of problems for the enemy team. Yes, yeah, he knows I guess this game. But we're looking at fisheye, no problem. Once again, kind of like a mirror to what happened earlier. He has a high ground advantage. Gets a knockdown. There's a mini sentry there. He survives, and then he falls back to his medic. And now he's just doing some protective work for the medic, I guess. He will be checking his. He should be checking his back right now. That would be a prime time for a spy to come and get you. Spies usually come and get you when you're busy with something, and that's when you should keep in mind as a medic. You right before a push, you should check your back, because that's usually when you get stabbed anyway. So doing a check there. He's just doing. Oh, sees the sniper. He's gonna jump forward and get the sniper. This sniper. Oh, 54 health. A rocket or something would have killed him, and then he has this mini sentry. And now once again we're seeing it taking this left hand side. This is very strong. If you ever play on this map as a soldier, you can just try hanging out in this area and you will get a lot of kills. Getting flashed and then using the flash to rock jump without losing any health. And then he's on the top here and he sees the medic. Oh, he's low on health. Doesn't get the medic. He got headshot from the sniper. He might have, shoulda, coulda, woulda jumped the medic there, but that's this decision. A bit of a misread on the situation there, which happens. It happens. Nobody's perfect. And then a guy named Nobody says, that's my name. And here you go, you're busy getting stabbed. Then they lose the point, and now they have to take it back. Holding high ground advantage. And then falling back with his team. He doesn't really have the health to stay there, as there's a lot more red than there is blue right now. Taking this high ground and then giving it up, because you know you will get shot by bullets. High ground is good versus other soldiers and Devilman sometimes. Not really Devilman. Devilmans are good at shooting up, but it's easier for you to hit when you're shooting down. So that's why you usually aim at the feet, because otherwise the rocket might miss. Now he's just gonna do some pot shots in the same spot, doing some area denial where the rocket's gonna land. Going to be taking out the spy here, and that is going to allow him and the rest of his team to really focus for a little while, as long as the spy is down. That is usually what it means. Like when the spy is down, you don't have to check your back. You can be really aggressive and be really focused for a short period of time. But then when the spy's back up, you should really be careful. So right now he's holding here. That gives him a lot of options. He opts to go for the left-hand side here. There's a mini sentry that he takes out. He's with his sniper and his scout, and right now his scout is going to be striking. He really should be joining with the scout here. Not sure what he was doing there. A bit of a mistake. He should have gone in with his scout buddy, because scout soldier, the strike package in TF2 is really dangerous in Highlander. They seemingly come out of nowhere and they do a lot of damage.
Our control point is being captured.
Doing pot shots once again. We'll be seeing some more rockets going off eventually. Yeah, he's just going to reload. This is the Devilman. What type of engagement does he choose? Yeah, he just chooses no rocket jump, no nothing, just keeping in that distance that he's very comfortable. Now he's just doing some spam rockets. Soldier jumps in, and he makes a big mistake. The soldier here, Veridux, made the mistake of jumping on to Fisheye and the rest of his team. That is what we saw. And because of that, he gets taken out. So that's like what you call a misread. You see like, oh yeah, there's just one soldier around that choke where the rest of his team is. So, but they have Uber now and they're going to be pushing. Once again, Fisheye holding down the flank. Nothing will really get by him except disguised spies, but he's really good at checking. And the spies just shooting and doing pot shots at him with the revolver. So once again, how long do you think we'll beat the Fisheye takes the high ground? I didn't even finish the sentence before he took the high ground. Then he kills the demo man from above, and then the spy misses a stab on him. But he gets the kill on Fisheye, regardless. And now he's joining back into the fray with the rest of his team. Just going back and forth. Low on health, can't really rock jump. It's going to hang around this medic. Basically what we've seen Fisheye do is that whenever he's low, he just goes to the medic, and when he's not, he just goes and does his own thing. Which is, you know, flanks. Once again, you know, holding the flank. This is kind of like a reverse procedure of what he did when they were pushing back onto here, out from here. So he's basically using the same strategy of going in and going out. And that is pretty common for 5 CP maps. You push out the same way you push in. A lot of teams do that. Fisheye. Gotta be moving up to the left-hand side. Let's see the scout, and then he's like, oh, that's a scout. He can stay there as long as he wants because I am good in this element. This is where I'm strong. Areas like these, soldier really shines. And you see he's doing a good job just checking every area. He doesn't really go around corners without checking it unless he's going for a medic pick, which he did right there, and unfortunately didn't really go that well. Medic barely survived, so that happens. You can't be successful all the time, because then you'd be a hacker. If you have like no faults in your strategy ever, you always know where everybody is and stuff. You know how it is.
The control point is being captured.
Problem with the headshot on anti-2. That's what Fisheye does. He's seen they Ubered in. They haven't capped the point yet. Pyro is on, and there's not a lot he can do here. He's going to be taken out fairly soon. In theory, 24 health. If the Pyro just shot him one more time, he would have died. And then he's just going to go and hang out and defend with 24 health. He's going to be hanging out in this dispenser area. I'm taking the time to reload. Might as well. He's a scout. Dude, this guy, this is very ballsy. And then eventually he's like, oh yeah, I'm just going to run into spawn and grab more health. Yeah, there we go. He's going to jump back out. So we don't know what's going on, because the Fisheye doesn't see it, and the scout runs in his face and gets killed. So we see Fisheye doing more of these pot shots. You know, doing fairly well. Heavy is up top, takes him out. Because usually in a one-on-one fight, Heavy wins unless you have corner advantage, and that's when you can just Heavy can't shoot you, but you can shoot him. The Soldier is really good. Very, very strong. So there's currently 20 minutes left in this half, so we're just going to be speeding things up so slightly. Just hanging around in this element, we should see all game long. Then he gets stabbed. And he's still doing this, going on the left-hand side. Is he going to go? No, he's not going to go in that area because they're not pushing there. They're actually pushing the middle point. And now he's going to fall back, Uber popped, stuff like that. Being low on health. Still popping off pot shots with low health, and we don't see soldiers do that. We see a lot of soldiers who are like, oh, I'm just gonna hang around this health kit and wait until he comes back. But Fisheye is like, well, I'm gonna wait for the health back anyway. I might as well just shoot while I'm doing so. So there's a big push coming on here. Fisheye lands a rocket on the medic, does a little bit of damage, and the Heavy's into Roddy, takes out the Heavy, and then he's out with his shotgun. Then he has to reload, and then he gets taken out, and people are dying left and right, and they lose that round. So now it's going to be running out to the middle point, lagging a bit. Maybe not the best computer. So let's see how he engages this once again. We see that he runs out this corridor and then he jumps on the containers. This is what he's been doing all game long, and that is very strong. You see, like, he catches a sniper all the time, and he gets a kill on the sniper and assist on the scout there. But not really, because the medic got the assist anyway, so, you know, medic's stealing assists, which is no problem, TF2. Medic getting too many points. But yeah, he died, but they did get the sniper, and that means they have sniper advantage. It means your own sniper can take the time and make sure the shots hits and do a lot of damage and stuff like that. You know,
Teamwork.
it's how it is. Once again, defending, he's not just standing there doing nothing, he's standing there shooting. Here comes the Devilman, jumps up and gets him off his high ground. Grabbing health kit and hanging around this very nicely placed dispenser, and the heavy's around the corner. Let's see, does he take the high ground? He's like, well, I'm not going to take a sandwich, screw that. Sees a pyro and his team, positioning-wise, took out the rest of his enemy team. Nice play there. Wrangle mini-sentry, doesn't really do anything, as it just gets taken out, and he takes out the heavy as well. And then he grabs the sandwich that the other guy thrown. So excellent play read there. So I guess that was Fish's plan all along, to just run around and grab the health kit if he survived what he was going to do. So often what we don't see heavies doing out for is preparational sandwiches, is when you throw a sandwich and then you go and do something, and then your teammate picks up the sandwich that you already thrown out before the battle even starts. Because a lot of players are like, yeah, I'm going to throw it after you're hurt. But yeah, what about if you throw it before you're hurt? Then you can shoot, and you don't have to stop shooting and throw it to him. So now he's going to be Uber builder for a little bit.
Control point is being captured.
And he sees the spy, because he's checking the hallway. So right now, if two people are looking at each other, they're covering each other's sixes, like they are doing now. This medic is fairly safe, unless a sniper runs on the low ground and just shoots up. But then he would have to know he's there, and nobody's really seen the medic except the spy, and I don't think the spy would call something like this. Question from Gozan: would manual Uber healing, Uber building work in Highlander, or is it better just heal all the classes consistently? Uber building is most efficiently when you don't have anyone else. Right now the medic doesn't really have that many people, but I'd say in Highlander the best way to build Uber is to take damage from the enemy. Because then you're like, while you're shooting, you're not just standing there like an ass clown, not doing anything. But you stay out there, you do the poking, and you take a little bit of damage. And that guy went flying, trying for the air shots, can't really hit him, and then he finishes him off on this big pipe here. Fisheye in a very good spot. He's not going to give up this advantage just yet, and then he jumps down and he's going to get demolished by this sentry. So if he just would have stayed up there, would have gotten this medic, saves the day, and does that. So back to what I was saying. The best way to build Uber is to have your team take damage but not die. Because then you're healing them, and when you're healing them in combat, they can be aggressive longer. That means you will do the same thing to the enemy, and it will build Uber faster. So that's why you don't really see scouts using the Boston Basher and doing stuff like that. Because it's not really worth it, because you have 9 players to heal, and there's always going to be somebody that's injured. So once again, nice reflect there from the other Pyro. Fisheye here, real low on health, can't really do anything, and gets taken out. So that one reflect really screwed him over and made him die. So there's a lot of stuff that can throw you off, of course. I mentioned Pyros are good at denying you, so that is what happened. A Pyro denied him, and he paid for it with his life. He's going to be moving up, and the enemy team is putting on a lot of pressure on the middle point here. Now he's hiding, but he jumped too late, and he got spotted, and he didn't get anything done, unfortunately. So now he's back. Let's see how he approaches this. Most likely, yeah, he's going to jump up on the middle pipe here, because that gives the most options for what you can do as a soldier. You can either choose to keep on going inside the, let's see. You can, when you're up here, you can either go inside this door, you can jump on this window, you can jump to this shutter, and you can jump to this shutter that's over there. So it gives you all the options. You can also jump back and defend the point if somebody's like doing a ninja cap or something. It gives you so many options. It's the strongest spot on Granary last for a soldier in Highlander to just hang out. So now once again he's up top and he's going to be shooting down in a moment. He sees a scout, takes some damage, but now doing pot shots just to see if people's there. Nobody took damage. He knows nobody's immediately around that corner. Currently low on health, but you see he's not falling back. He's still, doing fire, and this would be a prime time for a spy to stab him because he's busy looking and firing rockets and doing all his timings. But oh, he's running out of ammo. You see he's not reloading. He has this lost racket, and now he's out with a shotgun. And now he just has the shotgun because he's out of rockets. So what does he do? Does he run back into spawn to grab more ammo? Hell no. He's going to defend with a shotgun. Here it comes. Hero shotgun. Hero shotgun time. Gets the demo. Gets the pyro. tries to snipe with a shotgun. That works in some games, but not in TF2. Not that well, anyway. And he's still hanging around with a shotgun. Totally out of ammo.
Alert. Our last control point is being captured.
He really doesn't want anyone having this. And now he's picked up some fallen ammo, and now he can reload his rocket launcher. And then he is going to reload his shotgun as well. And now he's fully reloaded. Just hanging out on the last point in case anybody tries anything, but his pyro is there. So now he's going to be rocket jumping, I think. He will be... Nope, not rocket jumping. He's going to walk back and forth and be defensive here. Yeah, I think he's going to wait until the engineer gets something up, and then he's going to go. Let's see if that is what he's going to do. Well, he's a sniper. As a sniper, I really love going through the left-hand shutter where the other sniper is standing, because it's a really, really strong spot. You can get a lot of good stuff into if that left-hand side is not covered. And now we see he's back on the good spot again, once again, the really, really strong one. Doing pot shots. And, you know, because he did pot shots, he took off a lot of health on that scout. A lot of overheal went down there. So it's a nice little work there by him. So just speeding things up a bit, just doing pot shots, hanging around, going back to the last point, doing pot shots, killing a soldier that was super ultra weak. Now he's going to go in here and do a little poking just to see what's there, and he's like, well, there's a bunch of stuff there, I can't really do anything. Gets the engineer, and then he dies to a demo man. Back once again. Shooting rockets, and just defending. For now. So if you're wondering what you do at last on Granary, this is essentially what you do. You do what Fisheye does. Hang around until you're going to push, and then you take the high ground advantage. Like you see here, the very, very strong areas where soldiers are very, very strong. Gets a heavy before he dies as well, and then they lose the round. He's doing the whipping business. And running out to the middle, and he's going to do more whipping because he wants to make his team able to get there as absolutely fast as possible. Jumps up on the same container. He's always been jumping. Heavy did a lot of damage on him there. Pushed him out with bullet pushback when you're jumping. So once again, we see him getting shut down. There he did some switcheroo to pyro in order to do that. And IZQ with the headshot on Problem. Just gonna shoot some rockets here. Gonna be working on this minute sentry eventually. It's still up. It's being wrangled and it's being very annoying. But as you noticed, he doesn't really take any damage from it, and he can deal damage to the mini sentry without the sentry doing damage to him, and he takes it out eventually. I'm just doing more pot shots, shooting, just checking. Doesn't hurt to do that. He's gotten a couple of lucky rockets where he's done a lot of damage to players who just are unsuspecting. And because they're doing that, you have a very good habit. I think they, yeah, they just capped it. They just ran up and straight up capped this round. Once again, we're back in the middle. Let's see. They've been doing the same thing all game. Doing, like, as long as it works, keep doing it. And if it doesn't work, try something else. And if that doesn't work, try the other thing again. Maybe it will work. So now he's being denied of being on his these containers. But then the Problem takes down Anti. That has an anti-soldier gun, like anti-aircraft gun. That's what some people call it. And then he retakes the containers. Looking pretty strong. Looking pretty strong. Yep, moving up. Reloading. Hanging out with his medic and the rest of his team. Sticking together. Then he gets a scout. Gets Rage Warden. Then he gets the heavy. Then he dies. A bit of a battle with the oldest soldier here. And then the gravity does the rest. You do some damage, and then let gravity do the rest. Right here, he is pretty strong. There's a pyro there, though. Gotta be careful about that. Once again, teaming up with his medic when he's low on health, getting flashed that Uber. Didn't get a chance to do a free rocket jump, but he is back on full health. 300, he can take a lot of damage. He can be really ballsy right now, and he's just like, oh, I don't even care there's a mini. I'm gonna rocket jump towards the mini sentry because I have that much health. And then the other demo is like, well, I'm just gonna kill you because your team didn't help you. Ha! There's a 2 versus 1 situation there. Oh, 2.5. Mini sentries counts as dwarves. Just a half. And he gets pyro, so that means he can just shoot as many rockets as he wants, because there's not going to be any reflex on the enemy team. Spy tries to get something done, doesn't get it. And then people are curling GG. And that was pretty much the game. So yeah, in order to summarize, with also mustache, playing Soldier and Highlander can be pretty hard. I mean, the way it works is that you can't jump as much as you want, especially if you're used to sixes or played like a lot of sixes lobbies or pickup games or whatever. If you play Soldier a lot, there isn't really anything restricting you. There's no sentries, there's no heavies, no pyros. But in Highlander, there will always be one of each. So yes. So in order to deal with that, you should just put yourself in good positions and just spam rockets everywhere. Try not to spam pyros because they will just shoot back at you. So yeah, for the next topic, HiGPS 107, we are going to be looking at how to put yourself in good position as a soldier in pub servers, because on pub servers there's sometimes 12 pyros and 12 sentries. So we're going to be seeing how we deal with that as a soldier. So thanks for watching. I have a Steam group where all announcements gets posted. If you have a suggestion for something I should do, like if there's a certain sorcery play or a certain topic you want me to cover, post it there, and I will go over it in an episode. So thanks for watching, and I will see you later. Yes.